new journey to build the future of your dreams, I, Dr. Pooja Mishra, would like to welcome and take this opportunity to welcome you today on this momentous occasion of Diksharam, the 33rd commencement day of the Birla Institute of Management Technology, Greater Noida. With the evolving new normal, this commencement day is unique in its own way. Let us start the inaugural session by invoking the blessings of Ma Saraswati, the goddess of learning, knowledge, and divine inspiration. Ojaji, please.
Thank you. या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहार धवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्मा युतशङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवै सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापः वरदे 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 वीणावादिनी वरदे 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 वीणावादिनी वरदे प्रिय स्वतंत्र रवयमृतमन्त्र नव प्रिय स्वतंत्र रवयमृतमन्त्र नव भारत में भर दे वरदे 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 वीणावादिनी वरदे काट अंधउर के बंधन स्तर काट अंधउर के बंधन स्तर महाजननी ज्योतिर्मणिर्जर महाजननी ज्योतिर्मणिर्जर कलुष भेद तम हर प्रकाश भर कलुष भेद तम हर प्रकाश भर जगमग जग कर दे वीणा वादिनी वरदे नवगति नवलय ताल छंद नव नवगति नवलय ताल छंद नव नवल कंठ नव जलद मंत्र नव नवल कंठ नव जलद मंजरव नव नभ के नव विहग वृंद को नव नभ के नव विहग वृंद को नव पर नव स्वर दे वीणा वादिनी वरदे 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 वीणा वादिनी वरदे प्रिय स्वतंत्र रवयमृतमंत्र नव प्रिय स्वतंत्र रवयमृतमंत्र नव भारत में भर दे वदे वदे वीणा वादिनी वरदे. धन्यवाद.
Thank you, Ojaji. For graduates at such a crucial point of their careers, which sets the path for a new and exciting journey, the commencement day for batch 2022 is a crucial stepping stone. As Confucius once said, and I quote, "The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential, these are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence." For B schools all over the world, the commencement day is revered ceremoniously. It is my honor and privilege to invite Srimati Jayashree Motaji, Chairperson, Board of Governors, to kindly welcome our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Santrup Mishra, who has agreed to preside over today's ceremony. Ma'am, if you could please.
Thank you. Chief guest, Mr. Santrupt Mishra, members of the Board of Governors, BIMTech, students and dear parents, I extend a warm welcome to Dr. Santrupt Mishra, who is a well-known HR practitioner in the Aditya Birla Group. He has been associated for a long time in the Birla Group. Mr. Mishra's address today will give new insights to the students of the new batch and guide them through in their studies and career. I assure the parents of the students batch 2022 that BIMTech's experienced faculty will leave no stone unturned in grooming the young talents in their charge. With the synergy of the value-based education that BIMTech imparts, along with the excellent infrastructure, the students will have a successful all-round education, enabling them to be ahead of every situation. My warm wishes to the new joinees and their parents. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your encouraging message. Students, you would be happy to know that members of our esteemed Board of Governors and UN Global Compact Network would like to welcome you to BIMTech. Can I now request Shri Saket Khaitan, Senior Partner, Khaitan Legal Associates, and an alumnus of London Business School to welcome our students, please. Khaitanji.
Thank you, Pooja. As students start on this new day on commencement, it's a threshold in your life. It's something like a new journey, a new context, and in a background where possibility seems not to exist. What I would leave, the message that I want to give the students is that possibility always exists. And being in BIMTech, you create that possibility. The students, the faculty, the members of the staff, the parents, and us as board of directors are committed to that. And with that, I really welcome you all to BIMTech and wish you the very best. Thank you, Pooja.
Thank you, sir, for your motivating message. I would now request Shri Vikash Khandoiji, an entrepreneur based in Calcutta and an alumnus of Indian School of Business, Hyderabad, to address the students, please.
Good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yes.
Everybody hear me?
Yes, sir.
I would like to extend a very warm welcome to our chief guest, Dr. Santrup Mishra, a towering personality in our country in the field of HR, an extremely successful CEO, and a guardian and well-wisher of our BIMTech family. Welcome, sir. I will not take much of your time, dear students. Today is the commencement day for a very important chapter in your lives. You have committed today yourselves to 2 years of rigorous learning, on-the-job training, and overall personality development. While you're busy at it, please do keep in mind that after you have provided enough security for yourself and your immediate family members, a larger role awaits you in your life, that of nation building. Immerse yourselves in the curriculum with this larger picture in mind, that you are the privileged few in this country who have the opportunity to use your training, skills and knowledge to help your community, uplift your society and bring repute to your country. There is an entrepreneur hidden in each one of us. Our learned faculty at BIMTech will help you nurture and grow this spirit so that you can also aspire to become job creators. Arm yourselves with this knowledge and convert the current crisis or any other crisis into opportunities. And trust me, there is no alternate to hard work. So use this opportunity well and make us proud. I leave you with this thought today. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. Thank you, and I wish you all a very happy journey here at BIMTech.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your inspiring thoughts. Now, can I request Shri Rajiv Kishore Dubey, former chairman, Canara Bank, to address the gathering, please?
Good evening, friends. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Good evening, friends. Honorable Chairperson, dear Shri Dr. Mishra ji, Dr. Chaturvedi ji, and all my dear friends and very dear students. Most welcome to the BIMTech. You have chosen a very good institute where your career is secured. You can do well, you can learn well, and you can make your future. Pursue your dreams. Dreaming is a good thing, especially for career conscious people. Maybe entrepreneurship, as my dear Vikas told. Participate in the classes, in the sports, extracurricular activities, study well, work hard, help others, and always try to do excellence in whatever you do. Whatever stream you choose, you must try to attain excellence. You do your best. You will get ethical learning, value-based learning, character-based learning, and principles of integrity in the institute. I am confident that all of you will enjoy this period, enjoy it the most, the hostel life, the love with the people, empathy, camaraderie, compassion with each other. This is the best time of your hostel life, which you will cherish. So the 2 years are wonderful time you are likely to have. We will keep coming and talking to you. Your career is in your hands. It depends on you. I am reminded of the couplet of Robert Frost. Woods are lovely, dark and deep. That means, howsoever deep the problems are, but I have promises to keep and promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep. So you have the whole career, the future, the life with you to experiment. My best wishes to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I would now like to request Shri Alok Gupta, serial entrepreneur and president of the Global Alumni Association of BIMTech, to welcome our students, please. Can you unmute yourself, Alok?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, thanks.
Good evening, everybody. Honorable Chairperson, Chief Guest, Dr. Mishra, Dr. Chaturvedi, other Board of Governors. And, for the first time, I'm greeting all of you off the dais, which is primarily, on a webinar. So it's a very different feeling. It's for the first time, we are not face to face in a commencement program. So I was fortunate enough to join, BIMTech 31 years back, if I remember rightly, 1989. I was the first batch, and fortunate also to join this institute where they value alumni, because today alumni has a representation in the Board of Governors, and that's something which is very rare with many business schools. Another thing which I would like to say is that you've joined an elite group of alumni who are almost now 7,000 in number. I'm saying about 2 years later, you will be part of this community, which is very large. We have chapters all over the world, London, UAE, America, Canada, and of course all the major metros in India. I would only like to pass on a message to you that, alumni are standing strong for you when you join this club. We are all there in your, sorrow, happiness, success, and pain. So, I would wish you best of luck in this school and thereafter your life as a BIMTech alumni. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gupta. I would like to now request Shri Kamal Singh, Executive Director, UN Global Compact Network, to welcome our students.
Thank you, Uzaji. Distinguished Chief Guest, Dr. Santrup Mishra, my own mentor and guide, the Chairperson of the Board, Dr. Jai Sri Mohtaji, Director of the Institute, Dr. Chaturvedi, fellow Board Directors, faculty, students, and future budding managers and entrepreneurs, good evening. It is truly a pleasure and privilege to be here on such a auspicious occasion when we are starting the first academic session for the year 2020-21. I come from UN Global Compact India, UNGCNI, and all of you are aware it is the local arm of United Nations Global Compact, which is the special initiative of UN Secretary General for companies everywhere to align their operation and strategies with its 10 universal principles and 17 sustainable development goals known as SDGs. The mandate of UN Global Compact is to guide and support the global business community in advancing UN goals and values through responsible business practices. With over 11,000 companies and 3,000 non-business signatories based over the world, especially 160 countries, with local network every country, I am truly feel very blessed where BIMTech is a privileged member of this community. I am truly also privileged to be associated with the BIMTech, a fastest growing business school, especially when one of the leading business school who has himself from many years itself started working, being called Socially Responsible Business School in India. The DNA of BIMTech truly mirrors our UN principles and values. Ladies and gentlemen, sustainability is everything that today we do is no longer the buzzword, it is the reality, rather necessity. How do we draw, use, reuse, conserve, and waste our resources given to us will be the only way to make our world more happier and sustainable world. I am delighted the Government of India has ably embraced these goals in the various programs and policies and ensuring the progress through various stakeholders, including states, corporate sector especially. Today, every state government represents the development of the state through SDG, metrics and parameters through NITI Aayog and our policy think tank. Similarly, UNGC aligned these goals with local business where companies shall report their own board about the progress they have made on sustainable development goals. And it is the NITI Aayog along with the UN agencies present the report card at the VNR of the High-Level Political Forum of United Nations. This year, India presented its VNR on 13 July. And I must say why I'm making this point to all of you, because BIMTech is one of the far and very visionary school which has embraced not only sustainability but SDG as part of this, and today it is one of the champion sustainable development goal business school in India. While wishing you all the best, particularly my own budding managers and entrepreneurs who have joined this BIMTech, I am particularly sure that next 2 years will be such rewarding and fulfillment because they will not miss the aspect of sustainability or SDG for that matter. So thank you very much for having me here, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. Your kind words are very inspiring to all of us. I would now request Dr. Harivansh Chaturvedi, Director, Birla Institute of Management Technology, to kindly address us on the recent developments and the way forward for BIMTech. So can you unmute yourself, sir?
Sorry. I have great pleasure in extending to you all a very warm welcome this evening for the 33rd Commencement Day program of BIMTech Greater Noida. First of all, I would like to pay our most respectful tribute to late Basant Kumar ji Birla and late Sarla Birla ji, who have been founders of this business school. A seed has been planted by them in 1988 and which has become a banyan tree now. Our chief guest today, respected Dr. Santrup Misra ji, Srimati Jayashree Mohta, Chairperson Board of Governors, our BOG members, my faculty colleagues, our industry guests, staff, dear students and parents. This is a very significant moment for all of us in our journey of guiding and mentoring 400 plus young students aspiring for a rewarding career in life. I am delighted to see that you, dear students and parents, hail from all parts of our country and have selected BIMTech with the hope of giving the best of management education. Warm welcome once again to all of you in this function. We are very fortunate to have in our midst one of the very inspiring leaders from the Indian industry to share his thoughts and experiences with you, as well as offer some inspiring Guru Mantras. Dr. Santrup Misra is currently the CEO of Birla Carbon, Director Chemicals, and Director Group Human Resources for the Aditya Birla Group. Dr. Misra is a much respected figure in the HR fraternity of the country, as has been said by some other speakers also. We are grateful to him for finding time for today's function. He has always been a big support for BIMTech. I remember when I humbly requested him in year 2002 to visit our Pushp Vihar New Delhi campus via Dr. Kamal Singh ji. He has immediately accepted while going to the airport. Dr. Misra, you may be remembering that you have addressed our students in 2002 also. Thank you, sir. On behalf of all of you, I extend a very hearty welcome to Dr. Santrup Misra. Let me tell you about the new batch. Our new batch represents whole India. It is a mini India in itself. BIMTech is a mini India where students from almost every corner of the country is striving together to get the best learning opportunities for themselves. This year also, we proudly welcome students from 25 states, having an eclectic background and impressive profiles. I take pride in informing this assembly that several students in the new batch are exemplary achievers in their chosen fields, besides being good at academics. The gender ratio of this batch has improved compared to last year. The new academic session has 39% female students and 61% male students. It competes with some of the leading IIMs in this regard. Total 26% of the students have work experience of 12 months or above. 76% of the total admitted students are throughout first class. The new batch consists of 36% from commerce, 27% from engineering, 6% from science, and 31% from humanities and others. This is very affirmative from the diversity point of view. 39% students in the new batch are from states other than the north. So we can claim that this batch truly represents India and its diversity. Now let me tell you the story of last few months, when higher education institutions and B schools, not only in India, but around the world, were facing unprecedented challenges because of COVID-19. Dear parents and students, today we can imagine the pain, suffering, and despair created by the COVID-19 in the whole world, including our own country. The pandemic has given birth to unprecedented uncertainty and has led to immeasurable loss of lives and livelihoods across the world. Your view faced this emergency situation with depthness and great determination since day one. The day one when the lockdown was declared in all universities and colleges in the month of March. We were fortunate to complete all our final year placements and examinations before the shutdown. We could shift our students to their homes within a few days. It is a great feeling that our institute so far could manage precious lives and health help of our students, faculty, and staff because of our robust planning and its perfect execution by our faculty and staff. During the last 4 months, we have done whatever best of the B schools have done in India and worldwide to rapidly shift to online education, knowing well that it will be the only option till dangerous coronavirus persists. We were inspired by example of Harvard Business School, which has embarked upon the training of more than 150 faculty members and adopt the online education as an emergency option. Our faculty members have also devoted a commendable period of time and have made sincere efforts to learn all practical and theoretical lessons in online education. We have equipped them with the latest tools and techniques of online teaching and learning. Let me share with you that our management has been generous in sanctioning funds required to upgrade our IT infrastructure and also for arranging equipments and processes to protect our faculty, students, and staff from the COVID-19 infections. Kindly allow me to share with you that your B School has examined the models adopted by best of the campuses, factories, companies, and also guidelines issued by government departments. And then we have prepared our SOPs, guidelines, and protocols about everything we do here. Dear parents and students, coronavirus is every day showing its exponential growth. It is expanding to newer areas, small towns, and also to rural India. Till a vaccine is in the market, we have to live with it. It is a deadly virus, but we are also human beings living on this planet for more than 10,000 years. Ultimately, humanity will win and the virus will have to go to the dustbins of history. As you know that all leading B schools in India are starting the first trimester of new batches with 100% online classes. But we have done elaborate preparations to shift towards blended learning mode from the next trimester, which means an equal mixing of online and face-to-face classes. Still, there will be a rider that COVID-19 situation should be under control to the large extent by that time. Our parents and their wards may be worried about the ultimate outcomes of 2 years of hard work to be done by students and the money to be spent by their parents on their education. As the head of the institute, I can say only one thing. In the last 100 years history of the world, there have been many epidemics. Spanish influenza of 1918 wiped out almost 25% population of the entire Europe. There have been 2 world wars in which lakhs of people were killed. There have been several global economic crises which almost ruined various economies. There have been many natural disasters like earthquakes, droughts, tsunamis, typhoons, etc. All these times, the humanity has taken a fall, but every time it has bounced back within a short time. There has been fast economic growth every time, which recovered the lost ground. Hence, this time also, there is hope. We are finding media stories about green shoots appearing in various sectors in the Indian economy. There is a good chance that within next year or two, the Indian economy will be on a fast recovery and students of our new batch will have ample opportunities for starting their career in the year 2022 when they graduate from BIMTech. Let me share with you a good news about the quality education being provided by BIMTech. It is known to all of you that BIMTech courses are approved by the regulator, that is AICTE. It has accreditation from 2 national accreditation agencies, NBA and NAC, which bestows the stamp of quality for our offerings. But the news is that the AICTE has launched a scheme of graded autonomy for more than 500 PGDM institutions. And it has invited applications based on the scores in accreditation. Several leading B schools applied for it, but only 2 B schools were given level 1 autonomy and 2 schools were given level 2 autonomy. Among the level 1 autonomy B schools. First one was XLRI Jamshedpur, the first B school of India, which started its journey in 1956, and the other one was your own B school, BIMTech. So it's a great news for all of us, which I would like to share with all of you. Now, I would like to take few minutes more to tell you about how are we looking the future ahead, which is called the new normal. What is the way forward for the new batch? Just some informations, some thoughts. Due to COVID-19 and its ferocious impact on the global economy, human society and business, there is a paradigm shift in higher education worldwide. These schools around the world are putting their thoughts together about the future of MBA. There are different kinds of thoughts, but one thing is sure, that the new normal of MBA education will be radically different from the existing model of MBA, particularly teaching, learning, and curriculum-related practices. Your institute has given a deep thought to reinventing and redesigning its curriculum, pedagogy, teaching, learning, infrastructure, and also the overall working of our institute. I can share with you some of the components of the plans we have already finalized and started working on it. Number one, business education should need to be given equal emphasis on knowing, doing, being. These are the three aspects of management education propounded by the leading B schools of the world. So far, there has been too much focus on knowing, but it is not sufficient. In future, along with knowing, doing and being will also be given proper emphasis. In all programs of BIMTech, we are including the future industry's trends, particularly Industry 4.0 related changes. Here, being means how future managers connect with people around them by demonstrating ethical conduct, inclusive approach, and responsibility towards society. Number two, in MBA education since 1960s, students have been taught that the purpose of business is wealth maximization for stakeholders, whereas now the purpose of business will be taking care interest of all stakeholders, with employees, communities around the B schools or the companies, and also the government, consumers, etc. In future, business will be assessed by the triple bottom line of profit, people, and planet. Sustainable development goals are the actual goal representing this dictum of the triple bottom line. We are going to prepare our students to work for triple bottom line. Number three, in the post-COVID-19 era, technology will be a big game changer. BIMTech will embrace this big change in its working so that the future, our students can participate in the industry practice of work from anywhere, rather than work from office, which has been a practice in the past, or work from home, which is currently being practiced. In future, they will have to work in virtual teams, where technology will play a big role. So let there be no anathema towards online education, because it is preparing you for your future life when you will be working in virtual teams. Number four, for making our teaching more effective, we will lay greater emphasis now on in the use of case methods, simulations, and experiential learning. And we have taken in this regard a big initiative by signing a deal with Harvard Business Publishing, which is part of Harvard Business School. Number five, to keep in sync with the latest and future recruitment trends in India and also globally, we are producing 3 new vertical specializations, which are analytics, BFSI, and ITES. These new specializations will be in addition to traditional functional specialization like marketing, finance, OBHR, and operations. For the last 5 years, for the last 5 years, we have been working hard to get international accreditation from ASESB USA, which is a 100-year-old body and is considered as gold standard for management institutes. Our work has reached at its final stage. We are hopeful that within the next year or so, we shall be able to share some good news to all of you. And that good news will determine the future trajectory of all of you and your alma mater. To the parents and guardians who are here, as our chairperson has assured you, we will provide a congenial atmosphere for your wards to pursue their studies in an uninterrupted manner. BIMTech will always be with your sons and daughters to mold them for a befitting career in business and industry or entrepreneurship. When I imagine the future of this batch in the year 2022 onwards, I imagine some birds flying in the sky. Then I remember a couplet of Urdu I would like to recite. Paron ko khol, jamana udan dekhta hai. Open your wings. Paron ko khol, jamana udan dekhta hai. Zameen par baitkar kya aasman dekhta hai. और मिला है हुनर, हुनर मीन्स नॉलेज, और मिला है हुनर तो हुनर की हिफाजत कर, संभल कर चल, तुझे सारा जहां देखता है. So with these words, I would like to compliment all our students and would-be managers and future leaders of batch 2020-22. All the very best for their career and life. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for the motivating address. I'm sure all the students present here are highly encouraged and motivated to put their best foot forward for the next 2 years. On behalf of the faculty, I would like to commit that we will certainly help the students open their wings and fly high. Students, do not be afraid of fear because it sharpens you, it challenges you, it makes you stronger. And when you run away from fear, you also run away from the opportunity to be your best possible self. On the commencement day of your 2 years management program, let us promise to ourselves that you will strive to follow your dream with full passion and zeal. Before I invite Dr. Santrup Mishra, our chief guest for today's Diksharam ceremony, it is my privilege to introduce him to all. Dr. Mishra is currently the CEO, Birla Carbon, Director Chemicals and Director Group Human Resources for the Aditya Birla Group. An HR professional and a business leader of standing for over 30 years, Dr. Mishra has worked at board level for close to 2 decades as a non-executive director and executive director in publicly listed companies, unlisted companies, and not-for-profit organizations, both in India and overseas. He's a director in several companies of the Aditya Birla Group and an independent director on the board of the Oil and Natural Gas Corporation Limited. He's also the chairperson of the Board of Governors of the National Institute of Technology, Rourkela, for a period of 3 years each. He's on the board of other professional bodies, such as the Association of Executive Research Talents, USA. He was also on the board of the Xavier's Institute of Management, Bhubaneswar. He served as a member of the SHRM Certification Commission, USA, for a 3-year term. Dr. Mishra holds 2 postgraduate degrees in political science and in personnel management and industrial relations, respectively. In addition, he also holds 2 PhDs from India and UK in public administration and industrial relations, respectively, and an honorary DSc degree from Aston University, United Kingdom. I would now like to request our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Santrup Mishra, to kindly share his thoughts. Dr. Mishra, please.
Thank you, Pooja-ji. Honorable Chairperson of BIMTech, Srimati Mohta, Director Sri Chaturvedi, distinguished members of the governing board, other invitees, students, parents, anybody else who has joined in. I saw on the window that there are about 560 people logged in. I am honored and delighted to be here. I thank you all for having me here. I thank Mr. Ojha, who so beautifully rendered the Saraswati Bandana, and thank you, Ojha-ji, for taking me back nostalgically to my childhood. The first part of the Saraswati Bandana that you recited, we as children, me and my sister, we were expected to come back after playing every day evening and wash our feet and pray together with my parents. And among several players that we kind of recited in those days, this Saraswati Bandana was always the dominant one in there. So it took me back to my childhood where I have not been for a long time. So thank you so much for taking me back there. Let me also start by paying my tribute to late Sri B.K. Birla and Srimati Sarlaji Birla. the two outstanding personalities, and I had a great privilege and honor to have had occasions to interact with them and see their wonderful qualities of mind and leadership, and above all, the great humanity they brought in. Alfred Lord Tennyson in Psalm of Life said, "Lives of great men all remind us," and I quote, "Lives of great men all remind us that we can make our lives sublime and departing leave behind us footprints on the sands of time," I unquote. And that's exactly what late B.K. Birla and Sarlaji did, is to leave many footprints on the sands of time, not just this one, but every corner of India. They left many, many footprints on the sands of time. And that is what is wonderfully what nation building is all about. Building a civilization is all about. Building the world is all about. And it is so terrific that those young students, those of you who applied, your parents, those of you who have come in, your education of management and business does not start today. It started the day you applied to BIMTech. And the reason I say that is because the day you applied or you chose to apply to BIMTech, the first lesson was before you that the purpose of education, that the purpose of business, that the purpose of industry is not just to create wealth. The purpose is to create value of a lasting kind. And there is no value of a lasting kind that can be created in the world other than education, other than capacity building, other than capability building. And that is what BIMTech does. And that is what the founder's vision is, which is the current generation of leadership is carrying it forward. And therefore, that simple choice that you made of applying to BIMTech began that education that always look for purpose of education to be much bigger than simply getting a job, much bigger than simply being an entrepreneur, much bigger than simply being a billionaire or a millionaire or having a fancy title or a vehicle or a house or a bank balance. The purpose of education is to pursue those human endeavors that make life better, sublime, bring millions of marginal people from the fringes into the mainstream, give them all that is important, relevant, be it healthcare, be it education, all that is that make people's life better, and that is what it does. And let me attract your attention to the second thing, which is the name of this institution. I'm pretty sure that many of you and your parents obviously encouraged you to apply to many other institutions. I'm pretty sure somewhere you did not get admission, and you must be sad. I didn't go to Harvard, I didn't go to IIM, I didn't go to ISB. Sometimes maybe you could not go to some institutions because your parents couldn't afford the fees that is there in some of those institutions. They're perhaps pretty steep. I know the feeling because I know my childhood days when my parents could not send me to a boarding school because they expected 16 pairs of socks to be given along with the child. Perhaps my father couldn't afford it in those days. But remember, that's where all these wonderful people that are on your screen, that you do not need 16 pairs of socks or a huge bank balance to make it somewhere in your life. And you need to make that somewhere in your life is by virtue of this wonderful gift that this institution will give you, which is education. But let me dwell on a moment for the word BIMTech. Don't miss the significance of that. And there is a reason why I told you that you may have lost out in many other institutions, but feel proud of the institution that you have joined in, because this institution had a vision. And that vision is materializing today. And let me talk to you about that. Today internally, when we discuss within Aditya Birla Group, which I've been proud of to serve for last 25 years, is my silver jubilee year. Very rarely today you find people spending 25 years. People change 5 jobs in 5 years, maybe partly because nobody gives me a job. But it's been a great honor to serve this institution. And I've learned so much about it and I've grown. And why I'm saying this is, as we discuss today in Aditya Birla Group, what kind of talent will take us into the future? We increasingly believe that it is not the functional excellence alone, excellence in sales, marketing, operations, HR, finance, or any of those functional areas alone is going to take people to excellence. It is going to take them to excellence with sales, marketing plus tech, operations plus tech, HR plus tech, minus technology, education of yours on any functional area is going to be incomplete. And think about for a moment, your founders, your professors, the leaders of this institute called BEMTech, imagine this, perhaps more than 2 decades ago, to say, use the word management technology, bring the orientation of technology. Now that is the beauty of it, that here is an institution. So therefore, if you could not get an admission elsewhere, you believe that you lost out, don't worry about it. Think about what this institution has to offer, and what it offers to you is a great vision of anticipation that technology will become important, and call it management technology, management and technology. Not perhaps many people could think about it. Let me tell you one more thing, that all of you are here to be successful, and you do not know successful in what, and that's perfectly fine. None of us, when we started our lives, we knew we'll become successful at what. We simply discovered it with education, with mentors, with professors, with our family. We discovered it. And one of the important things in life perhaps is to get clarity. You will be taught, I don't know, Professor Chaturvedi would tell you, they'll teach you some 50 courses, 60 courses, I do not know. Small kids nowadays carry fat bags to school, full of knowledge apparently. But one of the important things in life is, whether you know more or not, whatever little you know, to be clear about it. And one of the clarity issues is, what does success mean to you? A lot of people think about success in destination terms. That I became a managing director. Some people say I became a managing director at the age of 35. All these are success defined in destination terms. But my personal belief of success is not where you have reached, but how far have you traveled from where you started. Imagine a student whose parents have everything, who went to fancy boarding school, went to a great institution called an IIM, ISB, or Harvard Business School, and 20 years down the line is managing director of a $2 billion company. And imagine another student who came from a rural area, first generation student, no education in the family, went to institutions in the neighborhood. Many of you may not know that I went to school in my childhood where sun, moon, cows, rain all had equal right of school access, because there were no doors and windows. First 5 years I had no formal education because my father was posted at places where school was far off, we didn't have a private transport, and there was no public transport. In India, even today, public transport doesn't exist beyond some metros. So imagine a student, poor one like me, the kind of school I went to or wherever, and I consider myself far fortunate than many other people that I meet today. And if they went to institutions that were not as eminent, did not have the access to resource and everything, yet after 20 years of their career, became managing director of a $2 billion company, both the students in destination terms are equally successful. But the one who came from the rural area had no resources, went to institutions that were not preeminent, has traversed a far longer distance than the other guy. So therefore, I would urge you that get perspective clarity in your mind through education. The purpose of education is to put us in touch with some realities, some truth, and to inspire us to create vision much bigger than what ordinarily people consider as important and useful. The world of business is changing at a rapid pace. I would be saying the obvious if I said that. And we all are working towards a future. And you all, as young budding managers, students, professionals, you are going to be the architects of the future into which the new world will be born, maybe 10 years, 15 years, 20 years later. And what that future is going to be is of two kinds. In my childhood, or as we grew up, future was a thing that was slowly and gradually was coming towards us, predictable, and we could kind of time ourselves to get to the future. Today, you have opportunity for two kinds of future. One is a future that at a breakneck speed is running towards you. And if you do not manage to catch pieces of that future will rush past you. Many organizations experience that. Nokia was one of the early cell phone companies in this world, greatly successful. But there were technologies of the Apple kind that were coming they could not anticipate. There was another future that was rushing towards this industry. And then went past. Nokia could not catch that wave. Apple caught. Samsung caught. Today they are gigantic companies selling billions of cell phones to this world. And therefore, please remember that today, always aspiring that you will create a future for yourself in a certain way is a laudable aspiration. But at the same time, remember what Nesbitt said in Megatrend, and I quote him, that the future has the unusual habit of suddenly and dramatically becoming present. The future has the unusual habit of suddenly and dramatically becoming present. And before you realize what that future is, it is in front of you. So one of the challenges of modern life today, both in business and personal life, is to seize the moment, catch the moment. The moment doesn't stay for you, waits for no one. Therefore, before you realize, 2 years of your life in BIMTech would be over. And you have a choice to make. How do you spend this time? Today, when I am a parent of true grown-up children, now I understand what is the pain and challenge with which my parents brought me up. And many of you as students wouldn't realize that your family and parents are making a tremendous sacrifice to build your future. And if there is one inspiration that you can take from BIMTech, is how not to use this education only to craft a cushy, affluent future for yourself, but how to create a better future for many other people and citizens of this world. Vikasji talked about you being entrepreneurs and creating jobs. That is one way. Late Mr. B.K. Birla, my late chairman, late Mr. Aditya Bikram Birla, they all did that, created a lot of enterprise, created employment. But beyond that also, they created social assets to make life meaningful. Business is perhaps the most dominant institution of modern world, as perhaps church used to be in the Middle Ages. And this dominant institution can be used for multiple purposes. And I am pretty confident that in this world of business, as you go through your education, use those moments in classroom, outside the classroom, to ask searching questions of yourself. By any means, don't think that I'm asking you not to have your fun at the institute. It's a great years to have fun. But remember, the purpose of life simply cannot be having fun, because that is the hedonism that John Stuart Mill or Jeremy Bentham used to talk about, the Benthamite philosophy of hedonism, that the purpose of life is only to seek pleasure. We sought so much of pleasure out of life that today we are dealing with a pandemic as a source of pain. I feel like a radio jockey standing in front of you and speaking to 600 of you whose faces I cannot see. An unusual phenomenon. But technology beautifully is able to bring us together. But the point is that seeking pleasure cannot be the purpose of life. Finding answers to pain of others is the purpose of life. Be that pain of deprivation, be that pain of illiteracy, be that pain of suffering from healthcare, malnutrition, discrimination, prejudice. And if Birla family, the name that you have got in front of your institution, It has created a legacy, a name for itself. It is about realizing, bringing alive the larger purpose of life, education, larger purpose of wealth, larger purpose of resources. So I would urge you that spend these 2 years asking more searching and fundamental questions about business, about life, about institutions, about interactions, about collaboration. Why is the Western world developed? Why is India still talking about being self-reliant, Atmanirbhar? This self-reliant, powerful India can only be built by vision of young people like you, by your imagination, by your ability to be creative, innovative. And the education that you will receive will be an instrument. That instrument must facilitate expansion of your thinking, the horizon of your thinking. Great institutions were built by people who could imagine a future of a different kind. I'm pretty sure, as the director, the faculty members have assured you and the parents that they will do everything in their power to provide you all that is necessary. BIMTech has always done it. That is the Birla promise always. They deliver what they promise, and that commitment, that sense of commitment is always there. And I want to tell you that you made the right choice. And what do you do with that choice further is dependent on you. I hope God and your upbringing, your value system, your parents and the blessings of theirs, never forget that. That's important. Will help you to find those new answers to age-old problems and perhaps new answers to new problems. Thank you for having me. I wish you good luck, all the best, and I hope to see you, as your alumni colleagues spoke about, joining that community of 7,000 people, leading corporations, missions, more importantly, coming from BIMTech to make a difference to this country, civilization, and the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Success. How far have you traveled from where you started? That's a very thought-provoking address, sir. And with due permission of director, sir, students, I can commit to you that the next 2 years are going to be a whole lot of learning, but coupled with fun. So it's going to be a lot of experiential learning for you all, not only classroom teaching, along with experiential learning, it's going to be fun also. BIMTech Center for Management Case Development has been very active for the past decade. The CMCD seeks to inspire and enhance the use of the case method in learning, teaching, and academic research and management. Dr. Dey, can I request you to kindly give us a brief overview of the workings of the CMCD over the years, please? Sir, can you unmute yourself, Dr. Dey?
Sorry. Thank you, Pooja ji, and good evening, everybody. I am here to give an account of 10 years journey of Center for Management Case Development with a vision of creating BIMTech as a destination for case writing and teaching by creating a case ecosystem. These 10 years, we have progressed on the designed path and covered many milestones. Every year, we conduct an international case conference that is attended by over 100 participants coming from over 12 countries. We publish a case research journal with SAGE, conduct case method workshops, and case analysis competitions. We have a virtual community of 11,000 plus case writers and teachers who support us. We are happy to present our 10-year journey in the form of a booklet. May I request our chief guest, Dr. Santrupt Mishra ji, to do the honor of releasing the report. Thank you.
Sure. So, thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Dey. We would now like to release the report for the Center for Management Case Development in the presence of our chief guest, Dr. Mishra. Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
New report. Thank you.
Thank Thank you. BIMTech Center for Innovation, Entrepreneurship Development and Family Business has been another shining star. The CIED has been formulated keeping in view the vision of BIMTech, which strives to encourage entrepreneurship and also inculcate the same values in the students. Dr. Avarishi, can I request you to kindly share your thoughts, please?
Thank you, Pooja. And my camera has been playing hooky for some time now, and I hope that it remains till the time I finish speaking. Good evening, Jayashree Mota ma'am, Vikas Kandoi sir, our esteemed guests, Santrup Mishra sir, Saket Ketanji, Rajiv Dubey sir, Alok Gupta sir, Kamal Singh sir, our director Chaturvedi sir, Verma sir, Arora sir, Day sir, and all my senior and respected colleagues, students and parents. Welcome to this 33rd Commencement Day. CIED, or the Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship Development, has been in existence since 2009. In the last 1 year, the center has had a lot of triumphs and challenges. The triumphs are listed in the annual report that we're going to be releasing soon. And the soft copy is going to be available to all of you to read and know what we do. In the last 1 year, we have conducted 36 events in entrepreneurship and innovation. We have had 63 incubatees in our Atal Incubation Center, which is a center funded by the Atal Innovation Mission Niti Aayog. These 63 incubatees have created 276 jobs and have won 14 awards. 9 of them have also raised funds to the tune of 3.84 crores. And we also conducted the Birla Global Innovation Challenge in the memory of late Shri B.K. Birla ji. The challenge received nearly 1,000 entries from across the globe. And we had 21 partnerships. I'll be meeting up with the students tomorrow also during the orientation program, and I'll explain more of the things in detail. And now may I request our esteemed chief guest to please release the annual report of CIED.
Thank you, Abhay. Dr. Misra, with your due permission, can we release the annual report 2019-20?
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you so much. We've come to the end of today's session. Can I request Dr. Anupam Verma, Deputy Director and Dean Academics, to kindly deliver the vote of thanks, please? Sir, can you unmute yourself?
Thank you. I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Pooja. Our honored and distinguished chief guest, Dr. Santrup Mishra ji, our chairperson, Srimati Jayashree Mota, and other members of BIMTech Board of Governors, Dr. H. Chaturvedi, Dr. Sahai, Professor Kishore Sinha, Dr. Arora, Professor Chari, leading lights of the industry and academia, and other distinguished guests, parents, my faculty colleagues, alumni, representatives from media, final year students, and new students. One more eventful year has rolled by, and here we are today embarking upon the 33rd academic session. It has been a long journey full of impediments, pleasures, and achievements. Our benchmark keeps getting raised, and so are achievements. We keep striving to move up continuously to meet the raised standards. We endeavor as well to continue to equip our faculty and students with best possible resources, make our library richer, revamp our syllabus in line with the industry requirements, expand and improve the facilities and make it more vibrant and productive. The intention is to achieve excellence in whatever we do. Let me express our deep sense of gratitude to our chairpersons of the Board of Governors, Srimati Jayashree Mota, for kindly delivering the welcome address today and blessing the new students. Other senior members of the Board of Governors, Shri Vikas Kandoi ji, Shri Saket Khaitan ji, Shri R.K. Dubey ji, Shri Alok Gupta ji, have also been very kind to be present and have blessed our new students. I extend our grateful thanks to them. Our special thanks to Shri Kamal Singh ji, Executive Director, UN Global Compact Network India, also for kindly attending the commencement day function and for blessing the students. I express our thanks to all these people who have been kind enough to bless our students. Our director in his address has outlined how at BIMTech we keep ourselves alive and aligned to the changing needs of the management, education and industry. He has also very aptly outlined the USPs of BIMTech and clearly defined the roadmap for the new students to follow for succeeding in their lives.
Sir, you've gone on mute, sir. Dr. Parma?
All right, okay. Sorry,
Right.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I don't know how it happened.
Okay.
As director has mentioned, this year a completely unprecedented situation has developed due to COVID-19 pandemic. New normals have got established and we are aligning ourselves with completely new systems and procedures. Needless to mention that we have deeply researched and prepared ourselves to successfully face the new situation. We are fortunate to have amongst us today Dr. Santrupt Mishra, a leading HR professional. He has vast experience in running industries and managing people. His address to you today has been truly inspiring and educative. He has talked about vastness of BIMTech's vision. We will discuss more about this tomorrow morning. I express our sincere thanks and gratitude to Dr. Mishra for his very interesting and absorbing address today on some pressing contemporary issues. Students, you are lucky to have him here as the chief guest in today's commencement day function for the batch 2020-22. Thank you, Dr. Mishra. Promoting entrepreneurial culture is an important part of Institute's activities. This is being taken care by our Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship, headed by Dr. Abha Rishi. The center has done a good job in documenting its efforts in last academic year through this report released today. I congratulate the center for its effort. The year 2020 happens to be the 10th year of our holding International Conference on Management Cases, ICMC that is. Initially organized by late Dr. G.D. Sadhana for 5 years and ably taken over subsequently by Dr. A.K. Day as the main organizer, it has become one of the most popular conference of management cases internationally. It is only in the fitness of things that a publication capturing its journey of 10 years has been compiled. This has been released today. Our compliments and congratulations to ICMC team for achieving this milestone. I convey a sincere thanks to the distinguished industry leaders, members of the academia, and other illustrious guests for gracing this function with their presence. We are indebted to them for joining us today in this moment of our happiness. We have today many parents who have admitted their wards here in the hope of inculcating in them good values and excellent knowledge. It is a moment of pride for them. We are confident that their expectations will be met. I extend to them hearty thanks for being with us today. Before I close, let me once again welcome the new students and wish them all success. They are going to be our future flag bearers. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Can I now request all to please stand up who are present here for the national anthem? Ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the end of the Commencement Day program. I would once again like to wish all the students all the very best. I'm sure the next 2 years are going to be extremely exciting, interesting, and full of learning for you all. Once again, a big thank you to all our participants for being such patient listeners. Thank you so much. So can we close this session?
Thanks so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Misra. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So can I log off?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thanks so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Namaskar. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson.